Now we'll start admission of a new partner. When a new partner is admitted in a firm, the old agreement comes to an end and the new agreement is formed. If the agreement comes to an end, this is called reconstitution of the partnership. So you can say it's also a sort of dissolution of the partnership. It doesn't mean that the business is going to come an end. It's the same business, same place, but the only thing is there will be new agreement. For example, A and B were doing business and they agreed to admit new partner C, whatever the reason, for money or for his skill or whatever the reason. This will be the reconstitution of partnership, because previously the agreement was between A and B. Now the new agreement will be for A, B, C. One thing more I would like to remind you about section 31 subsection 1 of Indian Partnership Act 1932. As per this act, any person can be admitted as new partner, but with the consent of all existing partners. It means the new partner cannot be admitted in the firm if all the partners don't agree. For example, there are 4 partners, A, B, C, D. A, B, C want that E should be admitted as a new partner, but D is not agreed with this proposal. So E, the new partner, cannot be admitted in the firm. We cannot see in this situation that majority of the partners, they are willing to take E as new partner. It's not a question of minority or majority. There should be consent of all the partners. Please be careful about this situation. Now the question is, if the new partner is admitted in a firm, what will be the rights of new partner? Number 1, his right will be right to share profits in the future. Whatever all partners have agreed for his new share, he will be entitled to share the profits or losses in the future. Means he has got the right to share future profits of the firm. And secondly, he becomes entitled to all the assets available in the firm. It means if he is going to admit, suppose for 1/5 share, in future he will get 1/5 profit in the firm, as well as he will be having the share of 1/5 in all the assets of the firm. Means the moment he gets admission in the firm, he is entitled to the assets of the firm. When the new partner is admitted, generally he is expected to bring money for capital as well as for goodwill. In this situation, there is change in ratio. Previously, it was a different ratio. Suppose previously there were 2 partners, A and B, and C is going to admit as a new partner. Previous agreement was between A and B in a different ratio. Now C will come as a new partner. A and B will have to sacrifice so that new partner C can gain. So because C is going to gain, C will have to compensate for the sacrifice of A and B. And for this thing, he will have to bring money for goodwill. It means whenever the new partner is admitted, the value of goodwill is calculated at that moment, and the new partner is asked to bring the money to compensate old partners for their sacrifice. I try to explain the situation, how the new partner gains and how the old partners lose. Suppose A and B were two equal partners, and on average basis they were earning profit of rupees 60,000, and the profit was distributed 30,000 rupees for A and 30,000 for rupees B, and they both agree to admit C in their firm as a new partner for 1/3 share. So in future there will be three partners, A, B, C, and all will be equal partners. So the future profit of rupees 60,000 will be distributed among A, B, C, and that will be 20,000, 20,000, and 20,000. So you can see that previously A was getting 30,000 rupees annual profit. Now he will be getting only 20,000. It means A is going to sacrifice rupees 10,000. In the same way, previously B was getting 30,000 rupees profit. Now he will be getting only 20,000 rupees. It means B is also going to sacrifice rupees 10,000. And C, previously he was not in the firm, so he was not getting any profit in the firm. But now, in the future, he will be getting 20,000 rupees profit. So he will be gaining rupees 20,000. So A and B will lose rupees 10,000 each, and C will gain 20,000. Be careful. Gaining share is always equal to sacrificing share or shares. So be careful. When there is admission of a new partner, this is reconstitution of the partnership, and there is change in the profit sharing ratio. If there is change in profit sharing ratio, you already know some steps are taken. Number one, gaining shares and sacrificing shares are calculated. Number two, all accumulated profits and losses are distributed in old ratio. Old ratio means among old partners. Then revaluation of all the assets and liabilities is done, and if there is any profit or loss, that is distributed among old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Then the value of goodwill is calculated, and the new partner is asked to bring cash on the basis of value of goodwill to compensate the sacrificing shares for their sacrifice in the favor of new partner. So these are the steps you have to take for the accounting treatment.